Music in Fort Worth, Texas. And if you need to find us online, it's easy. Just go to tarpleymusic.com. See inventory from all the stores and all that kind of good stuff. Ask us questions if you need. So I've got a signature model, Martin, here today. So this is one of Billy String's signature model. Incredible talent. Guy's just ridiculous. You can go check him out if you're not familiar. So this is the D-X2E. And essentially, it is just a D14 Martin shape. So that's a dreadnought where the 14th fret hits the body. It's kind of what a D14 means in Martin terminology. It does have scalloped X bracing, and it's got a spruce top. And the back and sides is a Brazilian rosewood HPL, which is their high-pressure laminate. So Brazilian rosewood, a lot of layers, a lot of sound, right? And then from there, there's just some shortcuts they took to kind of keep the price down. So, just a real simple, there's no major binding or purfling here or anything. It's a real simple but pretty rosette, and so just a few things like that to keep the price down, but it plays great. So you do get a really nice full kind of spectrum of sound that you would expect from rosewood, all right? And it does have this is the modern Belly Ebony bridge with satin finish on the guitar, and it is an ebony fretboard. And as you can tell, this is a really cool particular piece of ebony here where it's not the all black solid ebony there. So I'm really glad to see guitars doing that, because not only is it still great and it's still ebony, but it gets a real unique look to it. Anyway, so I think it's really cool. So it's a 16-inch radius. There are 20 frets, and then these are really cool. So just some really classy nickel open gear tuners with the old butterbean knobs. And it's got the authentic, just the CFM script overlay on top of there with a white Corian nut. And there you go. So it's essentially just kind of a dreadnought sound machine, right? Taking all the frilliness out of it. Just, hey, we're going to use some high-pressure laminate. So it is really Brazilian rosewood high-pressure laminate. So I haven't really gotten much into it to know if that's like pieces that were laying around, which I would assume that's what it is, right? But sound-wise, but man, it looks really cool. It's got a really dark rosewood finish to it. And yes, it is electronic, so it is the D-X2E, and what they did was put the Martin E1 electronics into it. Very simple, but I like these electronics, and I like where they place the onboard tuner. It's right there at the bottom of the sound hole, so it's very easy just to kind of go over like that and look while you're tuning, as opposed to doing this thing or this thing or this thing, right, where the tuner. It's where you can just look down that way. And then you get a volume and a tone knob here. And then underneath these two little knobs here, you have your one button is for the turn the tuner on. The other one is a phase button. So if you get a little bit of feedback or something like that, you might be able to hit that phase button, and it could correct a little bit of that. So there you go. So very giggable guitar, right? Especially for your singer-songwriter guy. Extremely giggable guitar. Don't have a cutaway. You don't need it. If you're just doing a whole bunch of crazy cool songs and chords and getting that full sound. So pretty cool. And I think it's neat to do something kind of at a cool price point that's got his vibe to it, especially with, as big as he is now. But it really doesn't matter, even if you've heard of the guy before. If you're a singer-songwriter and like big open chords, this would be a guitar to look at if you're into the Martin's stuff. Pretty simple in that aspect. So we're going to just do a little bit of playing here for you, just so you can kind of get an idea of what it sounds like. And we'll do it where we have our ribbon and our small condenser mic in front. And then it does have just, of course, the E1 electronics. So we'll do that as well. And then we will do a combination of those, trying to give you some different ideas of what it can sound like. And we'll also do it, so I'll do a little bit of just with my finger, and we'll also do some with a pick. All right, so we've heard this guitar mic'd up and direct on its own, but I want to know what it'd sound like in a song that I recorded before. All right, hit it, boys. So Martin D-X2E, Billy Strings. Like I said, I hope you got from just a little bit of playing. I was just playing some really kind of simple stuff in open chords. This really has a good full sound out of it. And I'm kind of a fan of high pressure laminate a lot of times because it does get a really strong back to reverberate the the soundboard from. And you can get a really good full volume out of that. Not to mention it's extremely durable for gigs, right? That's the other beauty of a high-pressure laminate, or if you're kind of like me who just bangs your guitar and everything, whether you need to or not. And so, but it's really great. And the only thing that's not identified every single time is the neck, but they do use a select hardwood neck. So it's probably whatever best tone wood they have available at that time. And so it's, it could be some sort of a maple or some sort of mahogany, or it could be, some of those kinds of things. So that's the only one. But everything else, it's going to be a spruce top. It's going to be this high pressure laminate back and sides, and you're going to have an ebony fretboard. Those are there. And for me, that's where a lot of your tone is coming from. Neck feels good. Feels really solid. It's got a nice kind of simple C to it, so I think it's easy to do a lot of that finger style, maybe even folk or bluesy kind of stuff, and kind of going in that realm that Billy Strings does. But you can strum it hard like I did a while ago for anything else, country or whatever. So it's pretty versatile. So if you're especially in my opinion, my humble little opinion, but if you're a singer-songwriter doing a lot of solo gigs, whatever, and you need a nice full-sounding guitar that's more scaled down to a realistic price point as opposed to $3,000, I would look at this, right? Okay, there's no binding and there's no, okay, whatever. That's kind of the frilly stuff, which is nice to have, but it's not necessary to sound great at a gig, right? So there you go. But I would look at this. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this video, kind of learning about this guitar. Like I said, if you're not familiar with Billy Strings, go look them up. And then try not to sell all your stuff. Just make sure that it's motivational and that you practice more. That's what I do whenever I watch him. It's just maybe I should practice more instead of watching videos. But, you know, he's great. So hopefully you did like this video. Just give us a like there. Really helps us out just doing that. And, of course, comment if you have any recommendations for Billy Strings videos or all kinds of stuff in the comments. Do that. Tell us what you think of the guitar. You know, if it's something that you would like to play. And, I mean, just whatever you got to say. Go ahead and say it. And then we will, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel as well. And we will be dropping videos. We just keep on going on. And so if you want to know when we're dropping those videos, real simple. You can just turn on your notifications there. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one.